So I've never bought enterprise software, but the closest that I've come to that is buying Basecamp, which is the project management tool that we have. And the reason why I say it's the closest thing to buying enterprise software is because it's not expensive, but if I made the wrong decision, it's really, really bad. Because we already had a project management tool at the time. We were using Monday.com and we were using Slack to communicate internally and with customers. If I would make the decision to buy Basecamp and move everything over and migrate all of our files and communication and processes and templates and tasks over to Basecamp, and then I realize it's actually not the right solution, I've just wasted a lot of fucking time. I was not comfortable making that move until I've consumed a lot of content from the founders. I discovered DHH through a podcast he did with Tim Ferriss. From there, I went down the rabbit hole of following both of the founders on LinkedIn. I started reading their blog, and eventually I read their book, It Doesn't Have to Be Crazy at Work. And only at that point did I feel comfortable enough to make the decision to buy Basecamp. Obviously, I trialed the product. I signed up for it. I tried it out a little bit, make sure that it makes sense and it's working. But that wasn't actually the bigger piece. The bigger piece was just, do I align with how they approach the product that they build and their approach to getting work done and their approach to productivity to my approach? And only after spending all of that time with them by consuming their content was I comfortable to make that transition. And we never looked back. I mean, that was 3 years ago and we're still using it and I still love the product. That's what happens in enterprise software, where if you sell a 3-year license and it's a $500,000 contract, making the wrong decision is a big, big, big problem. And the person buying that software from you will lose their job if they made a bad decision, or probably lose their job. That's why sales cycles take such a long time. It's not because people want to take a long time to decide. It's just because the downside of making a mistake is so big. The way to attack that as the founder and CEO, in my opinion, is through what the founders of Basecamp did, which is put out content, whether it's in LinkedIn content form or a podcast or a video or a book that you want to write, where you share your perspective and your approach and your insights and your expertise, how you see the market evolving, why you built the product, what is the philosophy behind it, what problem are you trying to solve, etc., 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 so that your prospects can educate themselves on your approach and your perspective, buy into it on their own time, not on a 1-hour demo call with a salesperson who doesn't know how to communicate your vision as the founder and CEO. They follow some script so that you can enable them to make a more confident decision faster.